We are coming to you from the Mysore campus at Infosys, and with me is the next top leadership at the company which joins in. Pravin Rao is president, member of the board at the company. He joins in right now. Pravin, thanks very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We've got Sanjay Jalona, senior vice president, global head of manufacturing and engineering services at Infosys. Sanjay, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Mohit Joshi is vice president and head of financial services Europe. He is joining in as well. Mohit, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Let's just start with you, Pravin. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So, I was talking to BG earlier and I was saying that between you and BG, I mean, responsibilities have almost been evenly split at Infosys. How is this going to work and how far into the process of settling down are we? Because we've seen many, many changes. Shibu, just before you guys came on, told me that there will not be any more top-level changes, but under you and Pravin, there will be changes naturally as you deem fit. So where are we in the process?
I think at the highest level, we have defined the two presidents. And between me and BG, as you rightly said, the two portfolios are being, business portfolios are being divided between us. And BG will predominantly focus on the market. He's in the market kind of thing, while I have my own portfolio. While I'll continue to spend time in the market, meeting my clients and other things in my portfolio. But I'll also, to a large extent, focus a lot more on the delivery side, on the service innovation, on the supply chain kind of thing. And given that me and BG have now gone up one level, so we'll have the next level of leadership taking our roles in financial services for BG or retail CPG for myself. Other than that, I think it's more an incremental thing. We are not seeing any dramatic change in the structure or anything.
You will see under both of you, we will see a realignment of responsibilities. Yes. I mean, that has to happen.
Yeah. And I think in most of the portfolios, we have already have leaders in those portfolios. So it's not that we are bringing in new leadership or anything. The leaders are already there. Only in FSI and
purely about new designations, or are we talking about? How will this happen?
I think, there is no change in the structure or anything. No, there is no change in the vertical structure or anything. So, for instance, Sanjay has been heading manufacturing for last 6 to 8 months or something. He will continue to play that role. In this new thing, he will report into BG kind of thing. So, there are those shifts in terms of reporting. Different segments will report to either BG or myself. And there are only 2 vacancies in terms of BG moving out, taking higher responsibilities. So, we'll have a replacement for him and I have to identify a replacement for. Otherwise, by and large, I think we have preserved the structure. It continues to be vertical focused. It continues to be client-centric and other things. So, in that sense, it's an incremental thing. So, it's not something which is very dramatic or anything.
Prashant, if I may add.
Sure.
What you got to think about this is, as the leadership team, which has predominantly been managing these verticals for the last 6 to 8 years, is just going to take over the responsibilities that BG and Pravin were doing, who are going to predominantly look at consolidated verticals, plus have first responsibilities for the markets and the delivery organizations between BG and Pravin.
Sure.
But the guys who have been running the accounts and the markets for the last 6 to 8 years are just going to come frontline and take over those responsibilities.
Pravin, there will be changes in reporting structure, right? I mean, so that's something which I think could be a potential source of worry. Could maybe it'll all perfectly settled down. Many of your peers will now report to you. I mean, as opposed to what the situation was when, a lot of you were on the executive council together. That's been dismantled. There are 2 presidents of the company, so many of them will report to you. Does it change things in how operationally things will work? Or it's all settled down already, it's settling down?
I don't think, we don't see that as a major issue. It's part of any organization growth because many people who are taking over from us have been groomed by us, and as Sanjay said, they have been in the market 6, 8 years, they have demonstrated leadership. And so I don't see any change or anything in that. I don't see that as a big concern or anything. And things are settling down. Because
again, it's not fair for BG or Pravin to answer this. Let me tell you from my side, both BG and Pravin are very experienced leaders. We all have a lot of respect for them. BG was my peer, but before that I have reported to BG for a very long time as well. So I think similarly, there are all the rest of us who have a lot of admiration and respect for both of these guys. And we are just so happy that these guys have taken these roles and we can just look forward to the future.
That's okay. Fair enough. Let's just talk about demand, right? How is it looking as we start 2014? Shibu was saying that it's looking slightly better compared to 2013.
Yeah.
but we'll have to wait for budgets to close, etc. But what's your sense?
I think the demand is, we are optimistic about the demand. We are slowly seeing discretionary uptick in the discretionary spend. In the continental Europe, I think in the last few quarters, we are seeing a lot more propensity for outsourcing and offshoring. So I think overall, there are a lot of positivity in what we are seeing. And at the same time, we are also seeing tremendous pressure on the cost across the board. So that is translating, in some sense, it is also translating into opportunities because it translates into large outsourcing deals. And on the discretionary side, why the discretionary spend is, there is an uptick in discretionary spend, but the characteristic of the spend is changing. Now we are seeing much more smaller deals. We are also seeing a stop-start behavior because it's purely gone by the quarterly results of the company. If the company is not doing well, they will slow down some of the discretionary spend and so on. So the nature of the discretionary spend has changed, but by and large,
it's becoming more unpredictable.
Yeah, there is some volatility in the discretionary spend, but there is definitely an uptick. I mean, when you compare what it was 12 months back to what we are seeing now, there is definitely an uptick kind of thing. So in that sense, I think it's probably a lot more positive than what we saw about 6 months or 12 months back kind of thing.
Sanjay, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think if I maybe talk a little bit from the manufacturing standpoint, we have two kinds of opportunities. One is the non-discretionary, which is basically consolidation and renewal of the contracts. So we have seen an uptick, huge uptick on that. But on the discretionary side, while there has been an uptick on the automotive side, for example, because of the record sales of the automotive vehicles that has happened, but anything to do with mining, because of what's happening in China, anything which goes into mining and construction sector, so directly these two sectors plus industrial manufacturing customers who service the mining customers, there has been a sluggish. Okay. Second sluggishness is there on the high-tech side, anybody who's focusing on the PC side. Okay. Because of the sluggishness of the PC market, there has been a downward trend. But anybody who's on the tablet side, on the smartphone side, there is enough robustness in the market. So it's a mixed bag.
That's true for financial services as well, right? Just one correction, though. I look after the financial services portfolio for the Americas now, not for Europe.
Sorry about that.
But we are seeing clients spending on specific themes, right? So in financial services, I think there are 4 key areas. Clients are spending on industrialization. They're spending a lot of money on utilities, right? Complexity reduction. So that's one theme. We're seeing a lot of spending on digital, social media, mobile. We're obviously seeing a lot of compliance-driven spending. And finally, we're seeing, some sort of cost takeout and cloud-related initiatives in the infrastructure space. So even in financial services, I think these are the 4 key themes that are driving client spend behaviors.
So you're looking at North America as well? The
financial services in the Americas, yes.
Right. So that's been doing pretty well. Over the last many quarters, right?
Yes. So financial services in the Americas, I think overall in financial services this quarter, I think we had a decent quarter. We grew by 2%. We added 16 new clients. And like I said, these are the 4 themes where we see clients spending money in the next few quarters.
Okay. Just to come back to Pravin, is the CEO question settled? It's an unfair question to ask you, but what's your sense?
I should have asked it to Shibu.
I didn't get the time. I got squeezed out, but can I say that it's been, one can say it's going to be an internal guy now with the new structure. It's been settled in that way. Is that a fair assessment of things?
I think Shibu is probably would be the right person to answer. I think it's early days. Shibu is there for another 1 year, or I think he's going out only in March of 2015. Still another year and a quarter left, so there's still a lot of time.
I think nominations committee is chartered with finding a CEO.
Right.
But obviously we have strong candidates internally. As well.
There's been a lot of talk that a lot of these exits have happened just below the CEO level, right? Senior vice presidents. That happens all the time at companies, but the degree to which it has happened is what is surprising. That's my point. So if it has been because a lot of CEO aspirants, potential aspirants have left, so what is left essentially is the pool out of which the nominations committee perhaps will pick the next CEO.
No, if I may take a shot at it, I'm not sure whether it's all because of the CEO aspirants leaving. There are enough opportunities in the marketplace. There are people who have their own priorities and they make a call. I think there is a depth of leadership in the company, and I think you are seeing in the various interactions right now the kind of leadership that is available within the company.
Is there a morale issue, Pravin, at any level, or all seems fine? I mean, you're a very large organization, lots of people, and it's a people business at the end of the day. And some of the people who have left, I mean, in a way, they were the interface with, the public, the marketplace, and generally, I mean, the faces of the company. I'm not doubting the capability and the depth and experience of the management team at Infosys right now, but is there a job there as well? I mean, on the morale side?
No, I don't think. I think we should separate out the external interface versus internal. And as Sanjay answered to the earlier question, many of the leaders who are around, they have been running those businesses for 6-8 years in their own portfolio and other things. And on a day-to-day basis, they are interacting with the popular employees, 140,000-150,000 people. So I don't think that's a big issue. To the external world, obviously, I mean, some few people were interacting much more than others, kind of thing. But internally, I think most of the leaders at this level, next level, and in fact, I mean, in our world, actually, it is the project manager community which acts as a glue to the entire population, because they are the ones on a day-to-day basis who are interacting with the employees. They are the people who are communicating changes, who are managing all the things, motivating people and other things. So in that sense, I mean, in my mind, from an employee perspective, that is the most crucial layer. And that's where we are very comfortable.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And equally on the client-facing side, right? We have our client partners, our engagement managers, and our salespeople who are interacting with clients on a regular basis. That is the primary interface to most of our clients.
Got that. Pravin, Sanjay and Mohit, thanks very much for your time, gentlemen. Great to have all of you here. Wishing all of you a very happy 2014 from everyone at NDTV. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
All the best.